Hi, welcome back to ODE YouTube channel. Today I'm here for one of those videos where I show you the pens that I received during the month. So today I'm showing you the pens that I received during the month of September 2021. We have 8 pens to show you. There will be no writing samples, just showing the pens, and I'll try to keep it short, but as usual, I will not be able to promise that I can do a short video, but I'll try. So let's start showing you the pens. The first pen that I want to show you is actually, I think, the last pen that I received in this batch. So the pen I want to show you is this. This is the Jinhao 100A, and this is a yellow pen. It is described, that's fun, it is described on eBay as orange, not yellow, but it is clearly yellow, not orange. So it is a Jinhao pen, another pen inspired on the Parker Centennial Dual Fold. This one has a cap thing more similar with the Centennial Dual Fold. This one has even the arrow clip. But there are some things that are a little bit odd about this pen. One is that the cap takes forever to uncap. You can see 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns, almost 4 turns to uncap. The cap doesn't come off very smoothly, and the parts are not interchangeable with, for example, the Jinhao Centennial. That was the previous version, Jinhao Centennial or Jinhao 100. This pen doesn't say Jinhao anywhere. It has something there. JD pen, is that? I cannot understand perfectly. It doesn't say Jinhao anywhere except for the nib. I find a little bit strange that Jinhao made a new pen like the Parker Dual Fold and then the parts are not interchangeable. Would they change the machinery? It's strange in a way to me. So this one has a different cap band, and as I told you, there's no Jinhao engraved. It has the clip with the arrow, more similar with the Parker, and this one is all the same color except for the section. The section is different. Even the nib unit is not exactly the same, and this nib unit, when you unscrew it, the color says Jinhao. In this one, the color doesn't say Jinhao. It says nothing. So it's quite strange that they are not the same. The capping satisfaction is not the same. And let me just, for curiosity, check 1 turn, 2 turns, 2 turns and a little less than 3. This one has a little less than 4. So I wonder, is this a legitimate pen, or is this a copy or made in another factory by Jinhao themselves? It's strange. It's hard to understand, but okay, it has a Jinhao nib, it writes well, but as I told you, there is something strange about this pen. There is another pen that is very similar to this one, which is the Wingsung 670, which has the same kind of feeling, but a little bit different. And I have to say that I bought this one because it has a nice yellow color, and it was the main reason, but I don't think it's so well made as that one. Let's see if what we can understand more. Even this kind of jewel on top, you can see it is smaller on this pen than on that one. It's kind of strange. There's something that is a little bit odd here. It would be interesting that a copy of a Parker Dual Fold is being copied by someone else. That would be a fun fact. For me, one of the most clear thing that is different is this one. You can see it really has a flat bottom, and this one, when you look at it, it has a more rounded bottom. Let me search for the reflection. You can see in this one the reflection is very plain, out of reflection, inside the reflection. In that one you can see it is a curve thing, so really strange. Nice pen, writes well, so it's fun. It has a very beautiful yellow, just a little strange. If you have a Jinhao 100A, let me know what you think. I'm not sad at all because this pen is quite inexpensive, and just thinking out loud. Now we have 8 pens to show you, and 6 of them are Kaweco. You know that this is my channel, so ODE channel has lots of Kaweco going on every time. So one of the Kaweco that I received, and this one I received from Kaweco for review, this is the Kaweco Lillyput in steel, which is a nice one. I didn't have this. It has a medium steel nib. It posts like this, like the regular Lillyput. It is a nice pen with a nice weight, so I'm quite happy for this one, and this will be useful for some reviews and also for some comparisons. I already had this one that I bought once, used. Yes, because Kaweco doesn't send me all the pens that they have. Now they send me more than they used to, but they don't send me everything, and I used to have a kind of a limit of what I could ask them. So many of my Kaweco pens are purchased by me. So this is the silver version, which is not silver as sterling silver, but it is aluminium, and this aluminium version is very similar. It is just a little bit more shiny and much lighter than the steel version. So this will be nice for some reviews and comparisons. And also one comparison that will interest me a lot will be with this one, and this is the Kaweco Supra in steel. Kaweco Supra is very similar. This one has a clip. I don't have a clip for that one, so I may need to go somewhere and buy. I wonder if here in Lisbon there is some place where I can buy a Kaweco for a clip for the Lillyput, because I wanted to compare these two pens because they are very similar, and it would be fun to have a clip on both to have a more similar comparison. And you can see the length is not that different, but the nib size is. The Supra has a number 6, the Lillyput has a number 5, so very different nibs inside and in feel when you're writing with them. And I think this can be a useful comparison, because you may want to decide which size you may want, and you have different weights, different sizes. It's a fun thing. So this is the Kaweco Lillyput in steel. By the way, all the pens that I got this month are cartridge or converter pens, which is my favorite filling system. Now we go for another pen, and I will show this. I don't think we need to spend that much time, but I want to show the pens as a whole, and I have this all because they are the same collection. This is the Kaweco Elite Royalty collection. I got these pens that I bought from the pen thing some months ago. They took forever to arrive, but they are here, and I'm showing you. So this is an exclusive edition for the United States, and Elite Royalty, I think it's the name of the American distributor. They are pens. They are from the Skyline range, which means they are all the same color in plastic, and they have chrome trim. So silver engraving there, chrome plated logo of Kaweco there, and steel nib in steel color. So this is the Elite Royalty Deep Red, and let me put here the Bunt Sport Red that you cannot find today, and you can see different shades. This is the Crown Blue, which has a very nice, interesting kind of pastel color. It's a nice one. And there was also a Kaweco Serenity Blue, which was a special edition for Asia. I'm not sure of which country it was exclusive for, or if it was for one region, not one country. And this is the Elite Royalty, let me check the name, Royal Blue. And I have here the Kaweco Art Sport Real Blue. This is Royal Blue, this is Real Blue. And you can see they are almost perfect matches. But this one is ABS plastic, which is just molded into this shape, like an injection mold production. And this is a resin, a turned acrylic pen. So heavier, different kind of plastic, different kind of production technique. So we have here a nice color comparison, and these ones are the most similar, these two. So let me take the ones that I got here for comparisons, because you know that I love to show you color comparisons. I think it is one of, when you have so many Kawecos, as I do, I think one nice thing to do is to compare colors and pens, because everything else will be almost the same. I can say that these three pens are the same except for the color. So if I show you other colors, it can be interesting. Now, when you collect Kaweco sport pens, all editions are very important for a collector. But there are some that are an extra challenge because they are rare. And one of those very rare pens that I got, thanks to a friend in Germany that purchased it for me and sent it, is this one, the Kaweco Trekking. They didn't even call it sport. It has the star instead of the Kaweco logo there, and it is much kind of a regular Kaweco sport, except it doesn't have the section in the same color as the barrel, and this section is black, and it has a Schmidt medium nib, not a Kaweco branded nib, as you see in these pens. So you can see the color of the section doesn't match the color of the pen, and the nib is a little different. It even looks that the Schmidt nib is a little longer than the Kaweco nib. This pen is very special because it's very hard to find. It has a very nice mustard color, not yellow. You can see it's kind of a mustard, an ochre color. And I have here the Kaweco Ranger, which is a nice one from the same age, with the same medallion on top, the same kind of section, the same kind of nib. So I have now two of these series that was composed by three pens: the Ranger, the Trekking, and the Yacht. And the Yacht Sport is also hard to find, but now I have one coming in the mail, so I'm really happy for being able to grab this edition, which is really hard to find. So let me take this away, and let's go for the final Kaweco pen of today, and it is this one that was also sent by my friend that sent me the Trekking. It is a very long pen made of ebonite, and it is called Kaweco Eyedropper 1910. However, the engraving on the barrel, I would like to show it to you well, but I don't know if you can see. It has this number there, 579. It has a serial number somewhere there. It was a limited edition, but it was quite big limited edition. This pen used to come with a very interesting box and lots of cartridges and so on. This one didn't, because it is a used pen. It came just like this, and the cap is a slip cap, like the older model, not a screw cap, which is kind of fine. I think this cap is very well made. And then you have this section that is very flush with the barrel. Very light pen. It has this engraving on the hard rubber, which is very nice, very light. And here you have, focus please, a Kaweco gold nib. So this is really a nice thing. It has the older kind of gold nib, which is not the same that you find on today's pens. It is a very interesting pen, very light. I think it is an interesting piece. I just want to show it next to the Lillyput. I'll grab here the silver. It is a very slim pen. It is maybe of the same diameter as the cap, the barrel of the 1911. Sorry, not 1911, of the 1910, eyedropper 1910, is the same size of the cap of the Lillyput. So it's a very slim pen. This pen has the interesting, but it is much longer. So it is here in the frame, and you put this here, and you see it's much smaller. This pen is called Eyedropper because it is inspired on vintage Kaweco eyedropper pens that had this shape, but this pen is not an eyedropper, and I find that very interesting, almost like a joke. Here you have an eyedropper pen, but you cannot eyedropper it because it will leak, and I think that is amazing, and I'm happy about that because I don't like eyedropper pens. If I did, maybe I would be a little bit annoyed. But I think it's fun to call a pen eyedropper and then it being a cartridge pen. For me, it makes sense because using cartridges is much nicer and safer and convenient than eyedroppering a pen. Of course, that is my personal opinion, not everyone's opinion. And the final pen that I got was the Montegrappa Mia Cityscape for Corsani. Corsani is a store in Rome, Italy, and they had this special edition pen. This is a Montegrappa Mia, and this is the Cityscape, which is a very nice purple color. I was kind of saving money for getting the Montegrappa Spice Explosion, Mia Spice Explosion, which is the same kind of material, the same kind of look, but in yellow, in shades of yellow. But I saw this one and I got it, and I'm very happy with this, but I'm sorry that now I can't afford the yellow one because I wanted the yellow one and I jumped into this. So this is a very beautiful pen. It has this very nice nib. It has a steel nib. This one is a fine. They are Iovo nibs, but I think Montegrappa makes some kind of adjustment to them. And I really like the way they write. I like the way they look. I like the way these pens look. This kind of material is very nice. Although this one is less spectacular in my opinion, but it's beautiful. I'm not saying I don't like it, I'm just saying it may be a little less dramatic than that one that I already had, which is the Meteor Shower, which is mostly black and brown, and this is a wonderful pen. But I think this one, because it has more white, it has more contrast than the Cityscape. And this regular edition, which has not a gold nib, so it's more affordable, is available in these two colors, and then in the, I don't remember the name of the other pen, it's something like Ocean, I don't remember the name, which is a blue one, and then there is the Spice Explosion, which is a yellow one. At this point I would love to have the entire collection. These pens are cartridge converter pens, and I would say that this pen is very similar to the Montegrappa. This one is the coral version. However, this pen is a piston filler, but if you look, they have the kind of the same ring there. The design is very similar. The shape of the cap, the shape of the clip. The clip on this one may be longer, but it is kind of the same thing, but this one has a more classical cap band there that says Montegrappa, made in Italy, but it is more kind of a regular cap band, and this one has a stranger cap band. But when you uncap, they are quite the same pen, and you can look at the logo on the top, and this one has the traditional 1911 logo, and this one have the newer logo. So a nice set of pens, and this one is a gorgeous one that I bought, and I'm saying I like it, it is beautiful. I'm just saying that this one is more dramatic, and I am sad that, but that's life. These are just pens and we have to make choices. I'm sad that for buying this one, I will not be able to afford the Spice Explosion. So we will see. Maybe someday I sell a couple more pens or something like that, and I'll be able to afford the other one. We will see. That's not a priority, although I like them, but we need to manage our money, because pens are just a small part of our lives. At least for me, that's it. Although I spend a lot of time with them, in terms of money, I'm not rich. So, these are the pens that I got during the month of September. I hope you enjoyed this video. Soon I will make the video with the pens with ink for this current month in which we are already, which is the month of October. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope to meet you here again soon for another video. Don't forget to check some links on the description below, and feel free to comment if you have anything to add to this video. So this is all. See you next time. Bye.